And then it turns out it doesn't have library functions. It's an overriding. Beep, boop. Hey, post. Prepare a logical device. Well, Adam. Dude, that's the one, I suppose. Yep, Vulkan logical device. Word. Really? I think my T is broken because this is impossible. I just copied it. Don't tell me I copied it with the mouse. No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, right. This wouldn't just copy it with the mouse, I guess. Tom is 4. I don't know. I mean, I assume you mean something with my editor, but I never understood the whole buffer thing of neovim, so or vim or what anything like it. I don't think I'm switching buffers here. They should show different tab. So this is my console here and I have different tabs. And I just have an editor open in 2 different tabs and I switch tab. But yeah, I can switch to different file by putting my cursor on top of it and then pressing a control square close bracket. So use a C-text jumping. But that wasn't working right now. What do you think? Can we put breaks in here? Probably not. I want to though. Really, that's annoying. This is not going to work right. Oh, LC. Right. Alt top. Reload. Scroll to the bottom. And see hit fail. Yeah, it just puts everything on one line. Sort of. I don't think you can do any formatting here. I would like to, but let's try what happens and use 3 of them. Probably a total breakdown. Oh, didn't even flinch. It's like, well, let's ignore the first 2 and then no, cannot do that. Although I just use a pre here. It's also pretty rapish. Aha! How cool is that? Or should I say, I am cool? Kind of succeeded, right? Except then that we have an incredible white space still here at the top, which enormously annoys me. I want to get rid of it. Yeah, just replaced everything exactly like this. So now this whole block that we have here is visible here with a dot in front of it. So we really have to change the margin on all sides or whatever it is. How do you find out? Oh, actually, let's just find out what it is. Inspect. Right click, expand, recursive, scroll down, and then we are here. Oh, all of it is really this div. That is. That's strange. You know, this is the pre. Well, you can see what it is. Pre-highlighted language plain text. The code is only that. So the only thing I have to change is this pre. And that then is a pre inside a div, inside a div, inside a div, inside an LE. I'm gonna do it. Well, I'm just going to do it. Sponsored by Nike. Okay, so let's grab control over my layout. So we have a div, and then inside we have a div, and then inside that you have a div. Actually, this is all about, I don't care about the divs, I care about the LE. Yeah, that's where it belongs. So I have LE, div, 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 and then a pre. And a bloody thing as a class name, but I don't think I really care about it. But nevertheless, let's put it in here. Let's use this one. It has two classes. Highlight. And what might be important is no, we don't. Oh, here I have a bullet point description. Here I don't have a bullet point description. So just because it is inside this LE, oh well, let's add an LE in front of it. The more the happier. And I want to rub it of Rabbit, I think. Let's try this one. No, it should not be displayed at all. Yeah. It is gone. Gone. There it is. Totally gone. Okay, so we must make this something like let's try margin 0. I don't know. Maybe it's a margin. Was not a margin. What was it? It's green, and green is padding. Okay. Padding 0. Reload. Blub. Yes, I got it. Yeah, and then we want to add back what I have for something like this, right? I mean, it should look the same. So this is inline code. What are we using for that? Inline code, I have no idea, man. Inline styles, yeah. Should be it. Yeah, not really. This one, that one. It is code. Don't I not have code here inside the other one as well? I do. That's code. Yeah, this code is the V of the void is touching the left border. And here it isn't. So what is different? I found something. Main.css 102. There is also a lot here. Text shadow, font family, but that's already okay, I guess. Text line left, word spacing, line height. I guess all of these are already set. Yeah. Padding 0.1 EM. Maybe this one. Yeah, no, this. I'm an idiot. That didn't do anything. How is that possible? Pre-code padding 0. Oh, it's the code. Yeah. I added it here, but yeah. This is about the code. And now we want a box around it, I guess. So that would be, let me check, this code here. Between this code and that code. This code has a lot of stuff that I don't see back in the other one. Padding 0.1 EM. On this one, padding 0. Yeah. Oops, let me click on the other one and then I'll just copy everything. Padding 0.1 EM. Padding top. 0 EM, seriously? Yep, bottom also 0. Okay, goodbye. Let's do it like that. Border radius, I might already have that, I'm not sure. So I saw a border radius, I think. Border radius 0.3 EM. White space normal. Not in this case. And then we have texture, font size maybe. I think it's already pre, right? Line height, tab size maybe. I don't have tabs. Hyphens, none. Nobody knows what that is. Check the other one. Have that. Hyphens, already have that. This one has border none. And this one has border. Yep, there it is. Border. One px solid 666, of course. What else do we have? I think that's about it. Well, I have a box sizing, border box. Not sure, well, not sure I need that. Let's try this first. Right. Redo it. And nothing happens. Oh, really? Oh, that's disappointing. Why is nothing happening? This is just not being applied at all. Why am I adding it here? What have I done? The pure nonsense of it. Well, I'm half senile, but at least I can recover from it. It's code. I meant this line. Followed by code. Yeah, now we have a per line box. What the hell is going on here? It's got a box now here, and then blah 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 blah. That's not what we want at all. So the code is a single line apparently. Wait, this one. That's really weird. I guess the reason is that the pre is the block thing. I really should add a box to the pre in this case. Okay, let's do that. No, it also doesn't look good, but hey, making progress. Well, actually doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look that bad at all. Apparently the box is inside whatever margin I saw there. It was margin, right? Yeah. That's my code. Sorry guys. Click. Expand recursively. And the whole margin is gone now. Okay. There's some minor padding there, which is probably exactly what I want, right? Yeah. Pretty cool. Now the only thing I would like is that it doesn't run all the till the end here. And that's probably because the code. Oh, here we are. Pre-code. Yeah, the code is small, so it's still the pre. You know, even if this is wrong, I keep being amazed by how well it understands what you say. I mean, if you look at what I say here, it's like really difficult for any computer to understand what I'm talking about. But it just gets it. Even though the answers are sometimes not working. That's super amazing. Let's try the inline block. Does it even exist? Yeah, it works. Except now my dot is at the bottom. I said div. No, I didn't type it here. So now we got that. Okay, I'm officially impressed. Yes. Except that now it's too much, but I'm gonna fix that. Why would half EM be? A whole EM, as it were. Let's try increasing the font size to really see what it's doing. Yeah, it's not even using EMs. Well, actually it's using EMs, but probably, yeah, before I increase it. I have to increase the text, of course, already here, before we talk about EMs. So. If this works. Yeah, see, that's kind of weird. So now I don't do this. It's really at the top. In fact, I have no idea where it is. Few pixels below that. Maybe now the top of the bullet is aligned with that. I'm not sure. Hallo Saruman. En Asobiniak. Well, thank you for saying that. Wait, I have hot chocolate milk. Not so hot anymore, but still tasty. Okay, another big trick. Font size 0%. It's maybe a bit too small. 1%. Okay, I should do this with the inspection, right? Tool. Let me do that. Last attempt. So you can do inspect, and then we go to, well, this also takes a long time. Because first I have to find it. And then this was the bullet, or what is it? Oh, here. So now we can change this to, let's say, 9. That's spot on. So it is 9. Could have known that. And then we have to use calc. Okay. calc. What was the trick? Non-px minus 0.5. Let's try minus 0.5. See if that works at all. Yeah, that seems to work. Calc is just inside here, so I can edit it. Pretty cool. So move that, but not enough, I think. 6, 7, 8. How about 7.5? Yes, use that. There, you nailed it. Now each of these has to be links, of course. The feature that you can change, it's just directly, you have to act directly on this thing. I'm not even sure how to do that. I think I did it at some point, somewhere. Physical device feature, how many do I have then? GPS, physical device features, here I have one. Look at that one. That seems highly unlikely. 0. That might be because it is. C++. Yep. Just pure C++. Or not. What is this? It's only one of them. This is a member of physical device features. Ja, dat is of course. Ach. I want to go to nobody knows. I think this stop. Control T. Bottom of stack. This one then. Also not. Well, all of these bool too. Only booleans, right? You just turn them on or off, so. They are all, well, this is not a boolean, but it's also not a set function. So let's pick one that scares people. I like this one. Just complete nonsense. Nobody will ever use. Yeah. Yeah, there's no documentation for this. I would say see the Vulkan documentation, but there is no documentation for it. So what is being changed by these functions, for example this one, is that thing, and that should exist in the documentation. Which paragraph are we in now? Or chapter or whatever. More booleans. Features 38. Before you know it, you're reading chapter 38 of yeah. I want to go to the 1 page per chapter documentation. How do we do that? Just search for that, I think. It's even per thing. Oh, that's the one. Right. Sorry, chat was buried under another window. Yeah, it's just hobby-ish. Croissant. Yeah. Well, I could have been, but I got. I watch YouTubes. Okay, the next line. To this tab, let's go there. Oh, next line. Actually, yeah, we'll just have to continue here, I suppose. Shall I include a comment that is in the code? Yeah, why not? Navigation is hard in all those windows. Oh, if I copy that, I really have to fill in this dot 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 there. Is that this virtual function? I think so. It's more like used in, right? Or pass back from, maybe. Yeah, the whole sentence is not. Every time you create a root window, create a root window is called, a cookie must be passed. This cookie will be passed back to. It's not true. This cookie will be like matched against the cookies used in the virtual function. Per logical device. I'm afraid now I have to document something that I don't know anymore, so I'll have to dig into the code to understand how it works again. I think I'll leave. I think I do not show the comment. Yeah, and just added this text. Is this cheating or what? Maybe I should delete it even from the Hello World thing. Read the documentation. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, see how that looks. See, I think it is kind of confusing that these things have the same background color, even though it's all code. This is digestible because they're like border around it and everything. And here, okay, logical device.h, pragma once, etc. You believe that? But this, does this look like the continuation of that file? Not immediately, not super clear. There certainly should be more white space below, between these two, I think. Try just adding a extra break here or something. which vanishes in thin air. What, you want to break? I remove it. Remove that. Well, it's a lot of white space, but maybe for the better. I'm not happy with all the white space on top here anyway. What can we do? Let's continue writing actual content, I guess. Yeah, what's this? What's this with this white space here? Seriously, why? Someone tell me that. What is this? Is it? No, it's not. Or is it? No, here. We are here. Every time, blah blah blah, virtual function. For some mysterious reason, thinks, oh, I don't know where those spaces came from. I type dollar and bang, there was suddenly 20 spaces. Okay, that looks better. Every time create routine is called, an int cookie must be passed. This cookie is matched against the cookies used in the virtual function prepare logical device. Again, see below. In order to determine which presentation queue family to use for that window and related windows. Hello, Triffin. Guess I'll leave it like for that. I mean, okay, define 2 different cookies. Maybe I should add that. You never know how stupid people are that are going to read this. They're after all only Vulkan engineers. No, seriously, one of the reasons I like working on Vulkan is because all those people, all those Vulkan professionals that I meet on Discord and stuff, they are smart people, really. I like that. I think you just have to be pretty smart to code in Vulkan. Otherwise, it's a evolutionary filter. How do you say that? People just give up if they are not, I guess. Every time, blah blah blah. I'm stupid though, because I already forgot what I was doing. Oh, right, I remember. Yeah, that's the thing that I wanted to add for the dumb people. But I just know that it's nice to read. You know, when you're reading documentation and you every now and then there is a sentence that you understand. It's always a good feeling. So that's why I added that kind of stuff. I have the feeling that I'm using require a lot. Wow, it's a pretty big distance there. Nevertheless, each argument is a non-cons reference to a Vulkan class that allows changing the required, needed, wanted. Desired. Synonym for required in required features. Another meaning. Desired or wanted are being close. Necessary, maybe. Oh, necessary is probably what I was looking for. Although required was pretty good, but I don't know. I think I just suddenly didn't want to use required for some reason. Don't ask me why. So the only requirement here is the cookies are different values. Let's go on to the next. Yeah, I did mark post. For some reason I just suddenly, I don't know why, but the voices in my head told me don't use required. I guess you watched That's why I have Alzheimer. Or I think I'm going to get it. How can I not remember the title of this movie? Ah, yeah. Shazam. The new Shazam. Did you watch it? It's this woman that whispers in people's ear. And then they do weird things like jump off a building. So in that context I had to remove that required there. It has a subtitle though. Something with gods, I think. Now I just want to know. Okay, everybody look a different way, because I'm gonna do something super illegal. By the grace of gods, I think. No, there's something else. There's a gods in it, but I already deleted it. There's a recent movie that I watched, but not this one. Yeah, Fury of the Gods. Also gods in it. Shazam Fury of the Gods. 2023. Okay, you can look again. Oh wait, now you can look again. Ah, no, I have to cut out this. No. I'm from Earth. No, actually, I was born on in an underground moon base. But, well, the only requirement here is that cookies are different values. Blah, blah, blah. Next. Now, document that. I think this is always to be implemented. Prepare logical device. The default will create a graphics and presentation queue. Oh. That's a good thing, Boys Bunny. That's a good thing. Let's hope nobody hit. What's gonna happen if I just comment this out then? Because definitely we do not need more than those two queues. Core dumps. And transfer cookie failed. Overridden prepare logical device must request one or more queues of queue flag bits e-transfer. For example, call. Yeah, I just have to do that. And the default apparently doesn't do it. Oh, it's kind of strange then, is it? Isn't it? What happens if I comment this out? That's probably not a wise thing to do. Queue create info count must be greater than 0. Well, it definitely doesn't work then. So let's keep it in. I don't know what it's doing. I don't think the default is doing anything really. I don't think this is the problem. Let's try keep this commented out and then still not setting it as you, if you get what I mean. In logical device. So bleep. So this do the graphics and presentation queue, and then not a transfer queue, because we don't need a transfer queue for the triangle. And then set debug name there, like in div. That should work. It's power of 2. Queue request key request queue cookie. Cookie is a bit mask and must represent a single window. It's so not happy, right? What is the problem here? It's probably 0. It's too long ago that I wrote that. Oh yeah, acquire cookie. It's just trying to create a transfer thing. So why is it doing that? That is then the question. Maybe I'm just always doing that. Where was I? Request key. Wait a minute. A second ago we were here. That is logical device acquire queue. That's here. Acquire queue. Okay, so that thing. 4. Of course. 4 is equal to all of that. Yeah, I don't think so. Man. I guess the 4 is equal to transfer. The cookie is 0, which is not allowed. There must be a power of 2. So then the question is, why is it passing 4 here? Let's have a look at that. Get immediate submit queue task. Okay, someone created an immediate submit, and that's it. I need a transfer for that. Do I need transfer to submit to the command buffer? If that's the case, then I agree, but it seems very unlikely. Immediate. So this is. I don't know, where does this come from? Okay, it's a member of an object. We are in a member function of that object. So I do up. So that is the object. The object has a value somewhere. I think we'll set static off. Helps a little bit. There's the key. So I guess where does that come from then, is the question. Tuple, we got the tuple from submit request, whatever that is. Yeah, mask is 4. It's the MQ flags of the submit request in. Immediate submit start. Submit request, so it's probably this object. I think this is a task, right? Under the hood, the thing is slightly more difficult than the hello triangle seems to, you know. Okay, so somewhere this object that was created. Would be nice to know where. And it prints it as well. Immediate submit request. Oops. So I can. I need. Where's my debugger? So we don't have a debugger anymore. How can I suddenly not have a debugger anymore? So this pointer here is the immediate submit task. Can highlight that. Let me scroll up, and then we see that creating object, returning task pointer. Entering create copy data to image. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't have an image. So why is this being done? Texture? What do you mean texture? I don't have a texture. Oh, it's the IMGU stuff. I think it's IMGU, right? Yeah, IMGU is trying to upload a texture while I'm not using IMGU. I think that's the problem. It's still weird though. I want to know where this happens. Can I put a breakpoint there or something like that? Yeah, my post bunny is looking out for me again. It's true, it's getting late. Well, normally I go really to bed in 1 hour. But you know, it's not good for falling asleep if I keep working till the last second. So what I usually do is I can play with my tablet a bit till that time. But I already played hours with my tablet today, so I thought when it was 10 PM, which is normally when I stop coding, I started coding because I had been playing with my tablet till then. I'll stop as soon as I figure out why it's trying to upload this. But it's I guess this is as good as a breakpoint as anything. Texture upload. That calls the create of the task and so on. upload. Oh, it's immediately done from another task. Synchronous window. It's not helping. Alright. Yeah, okay, it's not IMQ. It's not IMQ. I'm currently creating a texture of 1 by 1 pixel. What I use for textures that are not uploaded yet. So it's just a gray texture of 1 pixel. And every time you create a texture, it gets this texture by default linked to it. So then you can see, you just see gray instead of the texture until that the actual texture is finally uploaded and whatever. So the only way to avoid this would be to detect that the whole application is not using any texture and then skip this. Or to delay doing this until we finally see that we are using textures. But I think that most applications will use textures, and delaying it is just a bit too stupid, especially since you want it to really exist. With the feeling that this might even be blocking at some point. Yeah, wait. So I can't do that. I'm really blocking this task here until that texture has been uploaded. So let's just do that, which means that we always need a transfer queue. So yeah, that means then that I have to change the default, I guess. Otherwise you just really cannot comment this one out here. So I think this should be added to the default, so that we also have a transfer queue. And then I want this to work, so I'm going to comment it out. And then I want it to work. In fact, you don't even use need the cookies anymore, but you do need to pass a cookie, but I don't care about the cookie then. I'm not using the cookie here. In wherever you're finding a graphics and presentation, and so I probably should try to find back where that is being done as a default. Maybe you can find it just while looking for this. There's one. Device has QE presentation. I think this looks like a default that I was looking for. Yeah, this is a default. We need a Q flag for the graphics presentation, and I could just add a transfer queue here then, I suppose. Hopefully that works. Yeah, Piotr, totally normal. What exactly do you not understand? This is green, this is red. Clearly this is an error. The parameter p create info q create info count must be greater than 0. Okay, I guess I'll stop and I'll look at this tomorrow. I don't know if it's even creating any queues by default. I imagine that I don't have any test at the moment that is not defining that function, and the actual function is empty. So I have no idea what's going on. It's probably something simple. Or it will take me only 3 hours to find where I have to change a single line that needs editing. I'm actually kind of amazed because you're not the first person who says this. I've seen few people, maybe it was even you, who said, I study CS and I don't understand anything. But why would you even think that you can understand what I'm doing? Because it's not about having done certain study or knowing language. It's about knowing the project. In order to understand this project in particular, you need to know Vulkan. And you probably need to know the libraries that I use. And then it's just so specific. Let's just talk about project, because most of the libraries I use are just written by me and part of the project. So you need several years of study. You don't learn that on the university. It's study specific for this project before you can understand what you see happening here. So it's purely for, not for educational purposes that I stream this. It's for, how do you say that? Amusement. Watching, well, a hacker, as I used in the description, work. You're supposed to get thrill out of the fact that you don't understand what is happening. Mark. Yeah. Very funny. And Post Bunny definitely hit the nail on the head again with the repeat process. That is exactly how it works. I'll tell you, at some, well, okay, we stopped coding, right? So, I don't want to sound, yeah, no, I don't even want to use the word. Let's just tell the story. I'm kind of a weird person, okay? I would say special, but weird is probably just as good. And one of the things that makes me different, I think, is that I learned to I cannot find the word, so to do a lot of what's the word? I think self-reflection or introspection. The story is somewhat like this. I mean, first of all, I have had panic attacks since I was 12, even before, but that I didn't even realize what it was, and I just walked it off. And ever since my first serious panic attack, which happened at school when I was 12, I have had long suicidal episodes simply because panic attacks are so serious. It's 100% pure mental torture. You don't want to. It's completely unacceptable. But at the time, even psychologists didn't even know what that was. I mean, now it's a normal thing, you know. People have anxiety attacks. You can get medicines for it. But at the time, they literally didn't know what it was. And so I didn't know what was happening to me. I just knew that I felt really, really bad. And that forced me to become my own psychologist. I studied my own brain and my own thoughts, how it worked, and I figured out how to deal with it. On top of that, I'm very intelligent. I mean, if you believe all the tests that I did. And at some point in my life, I discovered something that started with feeling unhappy. And I think the unhappiness had to do with social context. I realized that at some point. I mean, I'm also autistic, so all of this social stuff has been always difficult to me, certainly in the beginning. But at some point, and then I talk about already 26 years old. I mean, I think I told it before, I was 18 when I discovered what emotions were used for by other people. Till that point I just felt them, but I couldn't understand what their use was. At 26 I discovered that the unhappy feeling that I had to do with loneliness. I felt lonely. And the loneliness came from the fact that my world existed for 80% of in internal observations, basically. So my whole world was, say, the world. You should experience the world through your senses, right? But for me, it was my brain that was using up my consciousness, as it were. It was my own thoughts and my own internal things that like overwhelmed what happened outside my body for a large part, and I just could not communicate about that. So I was just, how to put it, it felt like being locked up in my head with a lot of thoughts and feelings, but not really feelings. Mostly it was complex analytic beta stuff, you know, logic kind of stuff, thoughts that I could not communicate because language was just not suited for that. So I was there in my own world, alone, and I couldn't talk about it. And I realized that around when I was 26. So that then also contributed to well, the self-reflection, let's say. And I became aware of something that I had been aware of before that point, but not really. I mean, it's just something that's there, but I wasn't conscious of it before. It's like they have a saying in Dutch, door de boom het bos niet zien. I don't know if that's in English, translates in English. Don't you, unable to see the forest through the trees. So, no, yeah. But I became aware of what I started to call parallel thoughts. So those thoughts are not words. They are much more at the neural network level of your brain. Really parallel thoughts. The way your subconscious solves nonlinear differential equations, or whatever a neural network does. And well, one thing led to another. I have studied my own brain for many years. One hand forced because I had to fix my panic attacks and my suicidal tendencies because of that. And on the other hand, because I wanted to become more happy and understand my own brain and figure out a way to communicate and so on. Actually, it became a very long story. Well, the only thing I wanted to say was that, what caused, I guess, the fact that at some point I thought that if there's anything, one of the things that made me special was that I understood how a brain works, how my own brain works anyway. And at some point I came into contact with someone who was working on an artificial intelligence, or rather there was quite a while back, the computers were not fast enough or powerful enough. But this guy was so afraid that humanity would destroy itself by creating an artificial intelligence the wrong way, that he wanted to design a friendly general artificial intelligence before computers were ready to do it. And when I read about that, I thought, well, maybe I can help because I know how a brain works. I mean, at a level that maybe nobody else does. So I contacted him and I explained about myself. Like I said, I have a very high IQ, right? I mean, I'll repeat it, I scored higher than, the tests say higher than 165. So I contacted this guy and he put me on a mailing list for other people. And he started, he gave a document. I had to sign something like a non-disclosure thing, but I have it printed in a map still here. And we were going to work on designing an artificial intelligence. And now the whole point of the story, I couldn't understand anything of what this guy said. Anything. He was so over my head that within a few months I gave up. I just said, this is not for me. So he would explain something, he would write things in emails, I started to read this book that he had. And then I would think, I would read it 20 times, I would try really hard to understand it, and I just could not grasp it. And then I would email him and they say, I don't get this. And then it would take him time, like half an hour of explaining, until finally I said, oh, yeah, okay. When he's probably not insane or lunatic. He's just smarter than me. I think this guy was, at 265. Yeah, probably not, but that's very high, But completely over my head. Way smarter than me, I think. I had no idea what he was talking about. I haven't heard about him anymore, though. Maybe I should dig up this map and find his name and then Google it and see if he's now involved in something related to the current artificial intelligence developments. Because he put a lot of time into this. It was really important to him, And now GTP4 and stuff is there till the point that Elon Musk calls people to, slow down because he gets scared of it. The progress that we are making. So where is this guy with this design? Yeah, there's a... Okay, who is that? ChatGTP bot. One sentence and I already know that you're human. No, it's not a bot, it's a human. I'm not very worried about the AIs taking over either. I think the problem with AIs is that they're going to be abused by the powers in the world. That people are going to fight. We get an AI war. And it's all the fault of the people, not of the AI. And I still need to play chess compulsory, even though I lose every time. Before I sign off. I want to win. Let's not talk. I have another account. What's my rating there? 2100 or something. So I'm like more than 100 points lower here. Because I only play on this account when I stream. And I was thinking, what can be the reason? And the only reason I think of is that I talk a lot while I play here, while I stream. I talk a lot, and I guess it influences also how I think a little bit that people are watching. But I think the talking is probably more of the reason. So yeah, let's stop talking. Still losing a bloody pawn here. So bad. Also bad. Shit. Nou ja. It lets me win on time. That sucks. Or maybe not. Maybe it doesn't. Probably should do this, right? Or this. I don't want to win on time, come on. Yeah, it's too easy. I hoped he would exchange my pawn so I could win with bishop and knight. Considering the time, maybe I shouldn't try that. I don't know. Plus 3 seconds should be enough. I'm gonna do it. That would be draw. Okay, now I'll sign off. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Good night.